Hello, everybody, and thank you for tuning in to the weekly report. Will Biden start nuclear war with China over Taiwan? President Biden's town hall meeting this past week was a disaster. From his bizarre poses to the incoherent answers, it seemed to confirm America's worst fears about a president we are told was elected by the most voters ever. Though he didn't bother campaigning, we are to believe he somehow motivated the most voters in history to pull the lever in his favor, or mail in a ballot in his favor, or something. After the town hall, the Wall Street Journal was early among mainstream media publications to observe that the emperor has no clothes. In an editorial titled "The Confusing Mr. Biden," the paper wrote, "Even with a friendly audience and softball questions, Mr. Biden's performance revealed why so many Americans are losing confidence in his presidency." The journal focused on one of the most shocking and disturbing revelations from the carefully crafted event. Asked by CNN's Anderson Cooper if the United States would come to the defense of Taiwan should it come under attack by the Chinese mainland, he replied, "Yes, we have a commitment to do that." Anderson threw him another softball in hopes he might correct this dangerous misstatement. But Biden was not nimble enough to see this gaffe. He doubled down. It was left to the chemical alley of this administration, White House spokesperson Jen Psaki, to clarify that when the president signaled a major shift in U.S. policy, a shift that would lead to nuclear war with China, he was just kidding or something. Said Psaki the next day, "Well, there has been no shift. The president was not announcing any change in our policy, nor has he made a decision to change our policy. There is no change in our policy." In other words, pay no attention to the man who pretends to be the commander-in-chief of the armed forces of the United States. But this is not George W. Bush, who was elected in 2000 with zero experience in foreign policy. This is not Trump, who campaigned on a policy of peace while hiring John Bolton to carry out that policy. No, Biden has twice been chairman of the Senate Foreign Relations Committee. Foreign policy has always been considered his one area of competence. Surely the Biden of even the Obama administration would have understood the potentially catastrophic implications of his statement. Strategic ambiguity has been U.S. policy toward Taiwan and China for decades. But the new Biden-China policy could be renamed strategic incoherence. The policy of strategic ambiguity is foolish enough. Who cares who rules Taiwan? But advancing the idea that the United States is willing to launch a nuclear war with China over who governs Taiwan is a whole other level of American last foolishness. Chairman of the Joint Chiefs of Staff, General Milley, was heralded as a hero for betraying his commander-in-chief, Trump, by seeking to restrict Trump's access to the U.S. nuclear arsenal. Milley claimed that Trump was so unsound of mind that he could not be trusted with the nuclear football. Yet, when actual unsoundness is there for everyone else to see, Milley and the other woke generals are silent as the grave. These are dangerous times in which we live. Thanks for listening.